Got a high PSA test result and feeling a wave of panic? Hold on. Before you jump to the worst conclusions, let's talk. A high PSA number doesn't automatically mean the big C word. In fact, there is a whole world of misinformation out there, causing unnecessary stress and leading to tests you might not even need. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and debunk the most common myths about PSA levels. We'll explore the surprising and often harmless reasons why your number might be elevated. By the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer picture of what a high PSA really means, when to be concerned, and when you can breathe a little easier. Let's get into the facts, cut through the fear, and empower you with the knowledge you need to navigate your prostate health journey with confidence. First things first, what exactly is PSA? Prostate-specific antigen is a protein produced by cells in your prostate gland. A blood test measures its level, and for decades, it's been a go-to screening tool. But here's myth number one. A high PSA is a definitive sign of prostate cancer. It's absolutely false. While prostate cancer can raise PSA levels, it's far from the only culprit. Think of PSA as a general alarm for your prostate, not a specific one. It tells you something is happening, but it doesn't tell you what. So, if your doctor says your PSA is high, your first reaction shouldn't be panic. It should be investigation. Many other factors can cause a temporary spike, and we're about to uncover them. Let's dive into some of those hidden causes. One of the most common is benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. This is just a fancy term for an enlarged prostate, something that happens to most men as they get older. An enlarged prostate naturally produces more PSA, so it's a very frequent reason for a higher reading. It's not cancerous, and is usually very manageable. Another major factor is a prostate infection, known as prostatitis. This condition can be acute or chronic, causing inflammation that makes PSA levels shoot up. The good news is that it's often treatable with antibiotics, and once the infection clears, your PSA level should drop back down. It's a classic example of a temporary issue causing a scary test result. Now, for a cause you might not expect. Recent physical activity. Did you ride your bike to the doctor's office? Especially activities that put pressure on the perineum like cycling can temporarily irritate the prostate and elevate your PSA. Even a recent digital rectal exam by your doctor can do the same thing. That's why it's so important to know what can influence the test. Another surprising trigger? Recent sexual activity? Ejaculation can cause a temporary mild increase in PSA levels. This is why many doctors recommend abstaining for a day or two before your blood draw to ensure the most accurate reading possible. It's these small, everyday things that can make a huge difference in your test results. Let's keep going. Did you know that something as simple as a urinary tract infection, or UTI, can throw off your PSA number? It's just like prostatitis. A UTI can cause inflammation that extends to the prostate area, leading to a higher score. It's another temporary condition that, once resolved, should see your PSA return to its baseline. Even certain medical procedures can have an impact. If you VA recently had a catheter placed, or a cystoscopy where a camera is used to look inside your bladder, these can irritate the prostate and artificially inflate your PSA. It's crucial to tell your doctor about any recent procedures or infections you VA had before you get tested. This context is key to interpreting your results correctly and avoiding a cascade of unnecessary follow-up tests. So we've established that BPH, infections, physical activity, and medical procedures can all raise your PSA. But the list doesn't stop there. Let's tackle another myth, that PSA levels are stable. The truth is, they can fluctuate naturally. Your PSA can go up and down slightly for no apparent reason. That's why a single high reading isn't enough to make a diagnosis. Doctors often prefer to look at the trend over time. Is it steadily rising, or is it just a one-time spike? This is called monitoring PSA velocity, and it provides a much more reliable picture of what's going on than a single snapshot. A slow, gradual increase is more typical of BPH, while a rapid rise might warrant a closer look. This brings us to a critical point. When should you actually worry? It's not about a single number, but the context surrounding it. Your doctor will consider your age, family history, the size of your prostate, and the rate at which your PSA is changing. A PSA of 5 might be more concerning in a 45-year-old man than in a 75-year-old man, whose baseline is naturally higher due to age-related prostate growth. If your PSA is significantly elevated or rising quickly over several tests, That's when your doctor might suggest further investigation, like an MRI or a biopsy. But a slightly elevated or borderline result, especially if it's a one-off, is often a reason for watchful waiting and retesting, not immediate alarm. Let's summarize the key takeaways to help you have a more informed conversation with your doctor. Myth 1. High PSA equals cancer. Debunked. It's an indicator of prostate activity, not just cancer. Myth 2. PSA levels are static. Debunked. They fluctuate, and the trend is more important than a single number. Myth 3. You should panic after one high test. Debunked. Many non-cancerous factors can cause a spike. Remember the 5 hidden causes: BPH, prostatitis, recent exercise like cycling, sexual activity, and other infections or procedures. Being aware of these factors is your best defense against unnecessary anxiety. So what should you do before your next PSA test? To get the most accurate result, consider avoiding vigorous exercise and sexual activity for 48 hours beforehand. Make sure you're not currently dealing with a UTI or other infection, and most importantly, talk to your doctor. Be open about your lifestyle, any symptoms you're having, and any recent medical events. This information helps them put your PSA number into the proper context. Remember, this test is a tool, not a diagnosis. It's the start of a conversation, not the final word. Knowledge is power, and understanding the nuances of the PSA test puts that power back in your hands. Don't let a number define your health or your peace of mind. If you're dealing with health-related anxiety, please know that support is available. Talking to a mental health professional can provide you with tools to manage stress and uncertainty. If you're in a crisis, please reach out to a helpline for immediate support. Your mental well-being is just as important as your physical health. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this cleared up some of the confusion and fear surrounding PSA tests. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with the men in your life. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video on proactive steps for prostate health. Stay informed, stay proactive, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay calm. Subscribe for calm, evidence-based health here on Nourish Today.